I'm Stacie Stanley. In this presentation, we will be discussing the heart of the matter. Educational leadership in the 21st century is complex. Students come to us with a variety of gifts, talents, instructional, and social-emotional strengths and needs. Like no time before, members of the public have access to student performance data at their fingertips, and much which they don't understand. Organizations such as Niche use the data to rank school districts. Parents use this data to determine where to live and send their children to school. Realtors use this data as a tool to sell homes in their boundaries or discourage home purchases in other boundaries. Educational experts believe this has led to unreasonably high expectations, while others believe the educational system has a moral responsibility to ensure all students have strong literacy and numeracy skills. Researchers Falk and Margolin provide several suggestions in their work. Ensuring each student is career and/or college ready requires a different type of instruction to happen in the classroom. We can no longer just provide more challenging content and instruct in the same way. 21st century learning requires students to learn in contexts where they are immersed in real-world problem-solving situations, where each student, regardless of how much money their family earns or which language is spoken at home, is expected to think through an innovative lens. Classrooms are filled with diversity in gender, race, ethnicity, and language that represent robust culture. Teachers must be purposeful to provide purposeful learning through multiple pathways. School and district leaders must be equipped with an understanding of what this looks like in the classroom and how it might be assessed beyond multiple choice quizzes. How might these children be inspired? What would you as a leader expect to see happening in the classroom that is rich with social relationships and real-world experiences? The implementation of the Every Student Succeeds Act in 2015 has opened doors to allow teachers to harness creative learning experiences that engage students and reflect learning that support mastery of the state standards. In what ways might you guide teachers in assessing learning in that context? The assessment challenge is to connect what students already know to what they are learning. Educators must build a bridge for students that allows them to move or grow from where they are to an understanding of the new content to be learned. Focus on the standards and use quality pedagogical practices that ensure students are stretched in their learning. Monitoring learning progress cannot be done by using one standardized test score. We must use state testing wisely. There is a place for state testing data. It just isn't the be-all, end-all. Guide teachers in building new assessments that both capture the richness of meaningful learning and the ability to express learning in various ways. Use the multiple data points to determine the extent to which the student mastered the standard. Leaders use assessment data to support teachers. Teachers use assessment data to inform their decision. Leaders use data to distribute resources and evaluate school practices. Strong teacher use of data requires agility. Students should move fluidly in and out of learning groups. This will foster accelerated growth, which is key for students who haven't mastered standards yet. School leaders are advocates. Don't just demand higher performance from students without providing the resources to make that happen. School leaders must skillfully navigate the socio-political aspects of their communities. Community members may hold beliefs that if you are providing resources to specific groups, such as English learners, that you may be taking away from their children's education. What is your 30-second elevator speech for that statement? How will you show and prove that you are able to serve each student? School leaders are equity leaders because ensuring students have quality learning experiences, preparing them for college and career, is equity. These challenges are very complex and will require enormous energy, creativity, perseverance, and commitment from those who care about public education. How might you plan for leading towards quality use of data for strong student performance and equitable learning environments? What might be the greatest challenge for you, and how might you overcome it? What is at the heart of the matter for you as an educational leader?